Testing, 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 testing. Um, okay, okay. Yeah, I see my volume now. All right. So yeah, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, I was looking at VS, which is up 21%, and then CMMB, which is up 12%. VS and CMMB. Appreciate that. I didn't even realize it. Okay. And then up here on the top volume movers, we have Amazon sneaking back up to $100. Had a nice little run down to $86 and then a gap up to back to the 90s and through the 90s. We got Tesla up there, 2 million shares, a lot more shares on these larger cap stocks than on the mid micro floats and smaller caps. But we will see how they open. SNAL is up 75%. Was that an IPO? Yeah, that was an IPO. Don't know what that one wants to do. We'll watch it. It's pretty much not something I'm looking to trade. It doesn't look like it has any news on it. What else? Up 80% though. And then PSNY, another one with some automotive earnings news. PSNY. So those are pretty much what I'm seeing on my scans today. Everything else is just too large of a, got too many shares out there. Not gonna give any range. And then in the sub dollar stocks, let's see, KAL and COSM are what are sticking out there. I don't think either one of these has news either. They're like 13 cents, 10 cents. So if you're interested in the sub dollars, these are some lower float sub dollars, but pretty sure how they're gonna move is like maybe 5 cents. But they already have over 10 million shares traded on them. All right, let's jump over here to Street Smart. So this is the watch list, and we'll see how things open, and I'll clean up the watch list as we go. Remember that no cash settled on today. So anybody with a cash account that traded on Wednesday or Thursday, well, Wednesday would not have settled today because today is Veterans Day. So there will be less liquidity in the market, and we'll see how that affects the market as well. Because big fish need people to drown. SNAL going and revisiting those highs up there. High of 435. Let's see how it reacts up there at that level. Let's see if we can see any more obvious clear levels. CMMB, not too clear or obvious. VS had a double top. Looks like, let's see, the top of this was 471 and then 471. So double top at 471, and there was a lower high. Okay, so got two levels of resistance up there on the hour chart. PSNY. Little bit of a flat top here right at the 560s. But I think SNAL will be the top watch on the morning. I believe it's going to definitely get choppy though. Pushing on up there through the 4. Will it go ahead and break out the highs? Got about 20 minutes to the bell. I'm definitely going to let these play out. How's y'all's week been going? Have y'all been taking any profit? Is green week, red week, break even week? It's green for me, but I just want that consistency. Ever since I started using the whole buy low thing, I haven't really had a whole bunch of red days. Or if they are red, they're like maybe $5 red or something like that on the day. And I just walk away and come back for the next trade. Last 4 days been okay. Nice. Yeah, it's been a weird market too, but I guess it's coming into this holiday season and elections hitting at the same time. Kind of been weird. And it's really not even about being so careful, it's being more selective. Like really just looking at those trades and be like, is this worth this risk? How good is this entry based on the range that this stock is giving? And like if I'm risking, 5 cents, but the thing like the one that we traded, me and Donnell was looking at the other day. I was risking 5 cents on this trade on Mac on one of these days. I think it was this one back here. Yeah, this one back here. This thing came down and I got in at 1178 in here. 100 shares, 1178, and it popped up here to 12, about the 1260s in like a second. I was like, yes, sir, I'm taking that profit. I'm like, I was like, look at how much is pushed down and this big range on each candle. Each of these candles was what, 1366 down to 1275 down to 1138. And it just kept on dwindling into a thinner range. And I'm like, this thing, if it pops, I'm risking 5 cents on 100 shares. But if it pops, I can get a lot more. So, 1178, I don't even know how much that was. 1178 up to 1260. It was about $1, I guess, around $1, rough estimate. But that's all I'm looking for. Give me a nice little quick squeeze of the shorts. I would have got more shares, but with it being $12, I used a lot of capital on it, taking those 100 shares. But yeah, as long as the account's growing, I'll be able to take more trades with this cash account. And I guess trading with the cash account and not dumping money into it and not really boosting it, just growing it organically has helped me just stay away from I guess it's helped me learn about the taxes and just really understanding how these things are manipulated, how they move, and what kind of range I need to make money. If it's moving, 20, 30 cents easy, I'm like, okay, well, I'll buy a dip and it'll be able to pop 20, not, well, maybe not 20 cents, but maybe 15 cents. 15 cents on, let's say, 300 shares is a good pop. 20 cents on 300 shares is a great pop, you know? And the risk on every trade is about 5 cents. So I'm buying low, and if it stops me out, I'm like, okay, whatever. I can re-enter. Or if I'm out of cash, I can just come back another day. Yep, SNAL got up there and touched the highs, kind of broke through. The high was 438. So about a 5 cent breakout. We'll see if it starts to dump here. It's almost to 100% on the morning, but we'll have to see the motion. That weak news. Why did he put that in there? Good morning, Daniel B. What are you watching this morning, Daniel B? Or are you planning on taking any trades on this nice Friday Veterans Day? SPY continues to try to get back over those 400s. Up at 395. Looks like it had a huge takeoff the other day from 373 up here to the 390s and just has been holding those levels. About 10 minutes to the bell. Nothing else new popping up. BBD popped up there, but it has no real news, up only 4%. So I think and super, a whole lot of shares out there too. We'll see. Yeah, this is definitely gonna have to update. Doesn't look like it's that much green out. Just a couple of specks of red out there. But this is based on yesterday's close, so. You know what? I didn't even look at the daily charts for these. Let's jump over here and look at these daily charts real quick. Which one? For VS. VS daily chart came up here to the three yesterday, closed around the 299s, and now today is up to the 365. So it did break that high. SNAL is an IPO. It's in or what it closed in indecision and opened up here at the 4, or will be opening up around the 4, I say 25-ish levels. What's the next one? PSNY. Do not like how choppy that looks, but it closed at 450s yesterday, and it's opening up around the 538s with a little bit of earnings news. But yeah, I do not like the way that this charting is looking. Looks very choppy on a daily chart. So VS and SNAL are going to be the top dogs probably coming in. Plus PSNY has what, 9 billion in the market cap, coming down 9.62 billion. VS making a lower low at the 350s. Very light volume, only 1 million shares traded. Go ahead and get rid of these sub dollars stocks, KAL and COSM, and MULN is back up to 30 cents as well on the sub dollar stocks. MULN gets 10 million shares traded almost every day, but it has very little range. Oh no, there's the spammer. Why do spammers always come in here, man? Let's go ahead and get rid of them. Add. All right. Got about 5 minutes to the bell. No real micro floats up there on the board, holding the top 10. So some things are going to have to fail. I'll be right back. What's up? Oh yeah, yeah, I'm unmuted. I was just not saying anything. I'm looking at SNAL, watching it about to destroy everybody. So let's see what it does. Yep. 417. So this got rejected at that top level. And I'm just watching in amazement at this dump that's about to happen in 10 seconds. There's the open. What's up, Lori? SNAL retesting that high again quickly, which was the 435-ish level. High of this previous hour candle was a 440. All right, PSNY is one of the few that's holding up green. VS down 5%. No real kind of top here though on PSNY. SNAL getting held up from picking up that momentum to the downside immediately. Giving some green. 440 is the break. Looking like it's trying to hold those 425s, but kind of back and forth here, right under the 425s on SNAL. You said KAL. Oh yeah, that was a sub-dollar stock I had up here earlier, which I said it could probably pop, just maybe like 5 cents or so. The three that I have on scan right now is MULN, COSM, and that KAL, whatever. All right. All right, so VS, it has come down $1 from where it started. I'm wondering, is it going to? Nah, it's 14%. 14% that's trying to hold there, so a little bit less range on that one. Yep, that's you get that obvious level of resistance right there. It starts struggling under it. Sometimes it goes, but it's too much of a 50-50 play. And we know for the most part at the beginning of the day, open, people want to take some profit, especially on a Friday while it's high. But right now it's bouncing on that $4, right above the $4, and trying to pull back up there. Will it close an indecision? Now, if it closes an indecision, it may want to test that high again, but again, it's going to take a little bit of volume to get this thing moving. COSM down 11%. Go ahead and remove that one. MULN. Yeah. CMMB. Like no volume. VS pulling back here right around this 350 level, but we got to see what this first hour wants to do. Doesn't want to push down some more. See, it is low float though, only 6.22 million. So maybe we'll give a pop to retest maybe the $4. KAL pulling back now. Got a top and tail. Don't like that. MULN, not enough range. Just doing some cleanup now. We'll watch these three. SPY, let's see what the SPY is doing. Coming on down. 390. Oil is also cracked back under the 90s as well. It's at 89 right now. VS starting to get some green. The bottom here is the 337s. So there'll be about a 30-cent risk on this first hour candle. Getting some little pops and drops. It's the only one that's holding green right now. Yeah, VS is looking like it wants to test that $4 before it makes a decision on which way it wants to go. That's another 25 cents there to the 4 for it to run its head into. There's the 385s. Can we get that 4 test? Drifter says TLS. 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 What is TLS? It doesn't have any news on the day, just kind of moving up. If we go over here real quick and look at the daily chart. Had a nice little drop off. Nice little gap down from the 924 down here to the 811s. Fell all the way to the 345s. Getting a little bit of a pop up, but definitely got a lot of momentum going down there. VS testing the 4 now. So that's that whole dollar resistance that a lot of people look for it to test, and that's where a lot of people will take profit there at that $4. So we'll see how it holds. It's got a whole nother level up here above 4 to get back to the 473s, but I don't know if it's got the juice for that. We'll see what happens here at the 4. Up 32% now. Only 3 million shares traded on it. $407s, wow. $419s. Now the test of holding the 4 comes into play. And boy, 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 look at those boots hitting the ground. Holding the 4 is a problem. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, It happens, you know. When this is this is why I wait for the first hour to close. I don't like all this action. I just, you know, first analysis, I'm like, okay, can I read this stock? And now it's halted down. So yeah, that one's getting crucified. SNAL Drifter says IPO but share buyback. Yep. And it's holding right under the $4 right now. Still red on the day. Hasn't got any more momentum to the downside. I'm wondering, can it start to hold that 4? TLS had a top of the 478 or 475-ish level. It's pulled back now as well. Only 1 million shares traded on it. Again, SNAL might be a grinder on today. Donnell, did you get stuck in that VS one? Did you did you get stuck in that, or did you avoid that? Oh, okay, okay. I was about to say, oh boy, let's not lose that profit for the week. 'Cause that was a nasty little snatch down from the 4 down to the 46. That's a 50-cent drop. Okay, so let's see. We got some new tickers popping up here for the percent gainers. I see SNAL, TLS, AGBA, which is very low volume. Let me look at some of these news catalysts. No news on that one today. Lunches, a reverse stock split, INDP, um, just some earnings news. FOSLL, not really sure about that one. Earnings news on TACT, UCL, nothing amazing. Yeah, so yeah, I think we're watching the right ones. SNAL is the one that I'm thinking can test that 4 at some point, but it's continuing to come down and push away from the 4. PSNY, very slow to break down. This breakdown was from the 523 down to the 519. See, I don't like that kind of motion. I want to see it cover a couple of cents, especially being a $5 stock. But that larger cap will definitely keep it at bay. The SPY got or is looking like it's going back towards the 390s, coming on down. More and more red coming on the SPY. All of the lower float movers are making their way off of the top 10 mover scanner. The biggest mover right now is Amazon. Then we got NIO, Tesla, BBD, Vail, AMD, Apple, and then there's our low float. Hasn't even reached 10 million yet down there. And VS isn't even on the top 10. So definitely losing in the competition, and being halted is going to definitely make it lose. I want to see where it opens up though. Let me see when this thing's going to unhalt. I did not even set this video up. Oh my goodness, I'm tripping. VS is going to be opening up around the 9:45:05, so it should be opening up like now. Yeah, opening there. Okay. Yeah, this top and tail on the first hour is just not good. I mean, the chances that it makes a lower high is super great. And continue to get that push down to the 350s. SNAL opening up a new 15-minute candle. Bottom is a 375. So here is kind of like a point where I'm like, okay, well, 375 is a previous is a $0.25 level. I want to see if it can get that momentum through that $0.25 level. And I usually give it a little bit, you know, maybe like 15 minutes, see how it closes down here. Will it get skinnier or will it open up here? The first 15-minute candle was 4 million shares traded. It did do a little bounce here right on the 375. I'd like to see it break it and fail. Would be the move that it's going to have to make. Break it and then pull back up to the 375. TLS still holding right around the 425s as well, but the possibility of it getting back up to these highs on this candle is kind of slim. PSNY also coming out the bottom, has a bottom here right around the fives. Didn't get a true test of the 5, but got close to it. And now it's starting to hold here at the around the 525s. But still not enough confirmation. It's indecision on the hour and the 30-minute. This one giving that nice bounce off that 375 level. But again, still red on the hour chart, still red on the 30-minute. So larger time frames will give you the true story. Which way is it trying to go? To me, it's still trying to go down. This is nothing but bull traps. Up to the $4 there. Gonna find a little bit of resistance right there at the $4. That's the $4 and the VWAP is right in the same spot. So getting a little bit more push down off that $4. Okay, SPY pulled back up off of the 393s was the test spot. Trying to get back up a little bit as well. A breakout over the 390 or 396 would get it going upwards again. Unless it's a fake out. Yep, Drifter Freaky Fridays, man. They just, you never know what's going to happen. You just basically put your money in the slot machine and pray for the best. I'm pretty sure like mornings that start like this usually have some type of popper midday, like random. I mean, it just pops out of nowhere. No news, no nothing, just up, 100-some%. And that is a trap. I never trade those. If you aren't competing on the whole day, then I don't want you. I want the competitors from the whole day to be on my watch list. You pop up lunchtime, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because there's not a lot of time for it to set up for, especially for dip buying for me. If it's just ripping, and I know it's like what 2 hours left in the day, 3 hours left in the day, not enough time for me to observe and really figure out what it's trying to do. Continue to try to test this for VS back up. Trying to get back up. The high here was a 419. And I'm thinking it's going to make a lower high here. Because reaching all the way back up there after a halt down, the fear is too real. That's a long way from the 348 all the way back up here to the 419 with no news catalyst. That's a long way. All right, PSNY holding steady here. Got a bottom of the 525 would be the risk level right there. So 530, but it is right on VWAP. So this is a little bit too close. It's not extended enough in either direction. 50-50 play here. Basically, anything that is contacting VWAP, in contact with VWAP, I'm like, that's a 50-50. It can dive or it can go up. So I don't really like that. I like for the price action and VWAP to kind of separate. Or not kind of separate, definitely separate to the point where I'm like, okay, this thing is extended away from a moving average. Let's see if we can get a retracement. So just looking for a breakdown of the 375 on SNAL. Does not look like it's going to be transitioning green on this hour candle. And this is why I like watching the hour. A lot of people have the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and whatever, and you're trading within this hour, but the whole hour is saying down, 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 down with you. So we got indecision on PSNY right in here around right above the 525s, and indecision on the 30-minute as well. Yep, too much of a 50-50 right there on the hour. Let's see if anything else is popping out here. Yes. Drifter called out View. VIEW. Okay, View. So they had a little bit of earnings a couple of days ago, but no news on today. I don't know what the range is on this one. I just see on the level 2 it's got a 1 cent little, like, it's trading within the cents basically. It's up 6%. Does it have any reason to do any kind of continuation? Has very low volume. Not even 100,000 shares traded in comparison to some of these other ones. So we'll have to see what this one is trying to do. It's inching up there, but we don't know what the highs are on this thing. Looking back on the hour chart, You can see it got up here to 194 at one point and 140. So it's right under this where it got pushed back to, right at that 140. So maybe 5 cents. But that volume is dead for today. Whoops. Let's jump back out here to VS. Still struggling around or under the 375s now, making that lower high on the 15-minute. And a definite push down into what looks like a lower range indecision down here. So getting that momentum to the downside off the top. PSNY, still indecision on the 30-minute. So the 30-minute candle is about to close in 5 minutes. And most of these are closing in indecision. Daniel B made 600 instead of 1500. What were you, let me see. Did he say what he was trading today? He did not. He's probably trading A firm or Rivian, possibly. It's on one of those. Let's see which one. ASUN is up green. Rivian is down just a little bit. One of those. Oh, you're swinging RBLX from yesterday at 33. Okay. I don't know if I have RBLX on here. RBLX. So I'm guessing you were swinging it long from yesterday. TLS starting to come on down. PSNY with what looks like a double top, high of the 557, high of the 555, a little bit lower high there. Looking like it wants to try a breakout. Has resistance up here at the 560s. Previous resistance level on the 30-minute. And a resistance level on the hour. But it is holding green. It is moving in the direction of upwards. So, but still a kind of indecision. Some shorts kind of sitting down on it, bringing it back into real indecision. Nice little war zone going on around the 530s. I'm gonna go ahead and remove TLS. It's not keeping up. We need some competition for these bad boys. Where is the competition? All of the low floats and all of those are off of the top 10 movers. So that's not good. VS falling way behind with 4 million shares traded in comparison to some of these that have reached 10 million and going above to 20 million. What was the other one we were watching? Yeah. SNAL definitely fell off. So not looking great for SNAL. Looking like it's about to pick up some momentum to the downside. Daniel B says, how did you ever read book Reminiscences of Stock Operator? Highly recommended for me. Is that the book from the 1930s? Daniel B always has a collection of books from like, you know, past civilizations. Oh man, let me stop. 1923. 1923. All right, so let's go look at that book real quick. Let's see what it's got. Reminiscences of Stock Operator. What is this thing about? 1923, Edwin Lefebvre, Economics Business. Excellent book about trading psychology. Exactly. That's look at this quote right here, Daniel B. This is exactly what I do. This always sell what shows you a loss. That's my risk. I risk on a trade 5 cents. Always take what shows you a profit. I'm taking, if it jumps 20, 30 cents, that's exactly how I trade. That's exactly what I do. Uh, it's not rocket science. I'm looking for a nice dip, get in with low risk, take that nice pop. That's it. This quote right here is exactly my trading strategy. If it's gonna lose, hey, I'm okay getting stopped out. I can always get back in. Looking for that profit. I just, for the life of me, I just cannot understand mental stop losses because your button will always be slower than your reaction time will always be slower than a mechanical market. So I always put in that concrete stop loss. I'll do a mental stop loss after I'm in the profit. If I'm up 30 cents, I'm like, okay, if it goes down 5 cents, I'm gonna take profit here. But that's it. If I'm not in a winning position, there is no way I'm not gonna have a stop loss. Cause as I know, like me and Donnell, we're looking at that stock MACA from the other day. When it popped, it could have went back down the other way, and it popped $1 and something on Mac the day that we traded it. I got in down here, right in here, right in this level right here, 1178. Right in this level, and it popped quick. 1178 right up here to the 1260s with 100 shares. Just pop. And I just was like, yep, that's what I needed. Take the profit. Now, if it would have went down, my risk on this was 5 cents. So, if it goes down, hey, I lose $5. I'm okay with that. And even on slippage, would it be $8? I'm okay with that. Oops. All right, let's see. Excellent book about trading psychology. You'll not regret it. $15. What can you lose? Uh, you don't understand is 90% people. That's why I recommend this book. But Daniel B, you don't even see my trades. You're not in Discord. I trade almost every single day. Green. Or, well, let me take that back. I don't take trades every day, but the trades that I do take, green. You only see half of what's going on. And that's why we say get in that Discord, man. I'll drop the Discord link for you. Since you said that book is $15. Well, this Discord is free. There you go. Free. Free Discord in the chat. You don't even have to say anything. You could just watch. Watch the comments. Watch what we're looking at. Watch what's going on. You know. But for the most part, my trades do not, like, they need time to set up. The first hour of the day, they rarely, rarely set up the way that I'm looking for. Very rare, like under 40%. Most things end up going down. SNAL closing down their range a little bit, just hovering above this 375, but not getting above the $4 there. Nobody made $1 billion yet in Discord. Well, like I always say, I just want to pay simple bills. That's it. I don't need $1 billion. Okay. Daniel B, I know that you are a multi-billionaire. You're on the same lines with Elon Musk. I do understand, but all I need is a few bills paid. The rest of my work does the rest. I'm good. I'm not looking for a billion, million, whatever. I just want my bills paid. That's it. That's it. I'm not looking for a Lamborghini. I'm looking for a light bill. I can get rich with what I do on a regular basis for work. That's how I had to think about it. That's what made me stop thinking so much about the money. It's like, what am I doing? I work. I work. I take these contracts. I make this money. Why come and splurge it into the market when I could put it so many different places? Like I only use like a small percentage of what I have in for day trading. Everything else is in diversified portfolios. Everything else is just spread out across the board. So, hey, but if I can make a quick $100, $200 to add on to the profit for the month, $500, I'll do that. And I'm not losing. So I'm not losing the money and having to go back and remake money to pay the taxes on my winnings that I lost. You know, because my tax bracket is 32%, 35%. So I paid 35% regular income tax on any of these winnings. So I make $100. I pay like 32 bucks of that. And then that's not even including the watch sale rules and things like that. So I'd rather just stay above, and be able to delineate my monies. Donnell said, "I'll take a Lambo." Forget that, bro. Donnell's trying to get that gold Lambo, trying to be riding around LA. I don't know, man. I'm simple, man. I just lowered my expectations and increase the quality of my trades, and for the most part my trades end up going above and exceeding my expectations. So I'm never in a spot like, oh my goodness, I just hope this thing, it just does it does what it does you know but anyway, VS looking like it's stalling out around the 375s, kind of pausing there on a lower high. PSNY 3 times has come up to this 560 level and just not really done much. SNAL $4. So yeah, a couple of stocks kind of stalling there. SPY coming back up to the 395s. It did do a slight breakout, 396 up to the 396.50. Why Guru not make any video for last 2 weeks? Not even reaction crypto meltdown. What's going on? Man, I don't know, man. Ben's been busy, I guess. I know he's been crypto takes a lot of time. Overall, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I'm looking at the stock market. I'm come in, do my little thing, but crypto's a different world. It's so much to get encapsulated in, I guess. But he's definitely been busy. He's had, of course, he's taking care of some of his family right now, and still managing the whole crypto side of things and crypto projects and all that. But yeah, I don't know. It just takes a lot of time, really. Daniel B says, crypto proven to be high risk. Yeah, yeah. I've been trying to. I want to see what they do with that new law, trying to do the regulations. They still haven't really put anything into concrete form of how the regulations are going to work. But it's I want to see how that's going to affect the prices of crypto. I think in the last couple of weeks, cryptos have come down a bit. Or not weeks, but the last week, I believe, cryptos came down quite a bit. It's PKT. Atom taking a nice little dip down. Osmosis. Now I got a little bit of Atom. I got a little bit of Osmosis, but the majority of my investments are in REITs and loan companies. Like I loan out my money. I like doing that. But I do have a little bit of Atom, a little bit of Osmosis. IMX going on down there. Sheeb taking a nice little dump. That's what I'm saying. This last week has been kind of treacherous for cryptos. Where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin right there. Breaking to new lows. So yeah. And this is why I like the day trade. I can be in and out. I don't have much exposure to the radiation of the market. Just in and out. And I don't like increasing my stress to the point of view still went up 2 cents. All that time went up 2 cents. So it's definitely moving up, but can snap back at any moment there. MAC coming back down as well. RBLX back up there to the 3416s. VS still playing around around that $4. Getting a little iffy there. Back into indecision on the 30-minute. with a lower high. PSNY. Yeah, nothing looks like something that is like, oh, let's just do this. SNAL pulling back into the indecision on the hour chart. Top level here is the 420s, opening up a new candle there. But again, the hour says down. Hour is definitely red. And it's squeezing right up to this resistance, which could mean a big dump is coming. Daniel B says FTX accounts was frozen next Coinbase. Drifter says SNAL to $4 or yeah, $4. And then Daniel B says don't need to be regulated. It's done. I don't know, man. We'll see. We shall see. Snell holding up that $4. Snell's looking like it's getting a little bit of attention here, trying to pull a red to green move. Really what it needs to do is close this hour candle relatively above this 375. So we got a little bit of support where it came down to, but it just needs to stay above 375. Let me see if anything else new popped up here. Nope. VIEU up 3 cents all this time. So yeah, you're interested in those, then yeah, you can have at it. Take MAC off of here. RBLX still around that $34. All right, VS looking like it's finally going to start breaking down. Big top and tail there on a lower high, so not looking great. PSNY still in indecision on the hour chart. And then Snail back to the $4. Yeah, Snell is definitely taking quite a bit of a pause break, trapping some longs in here. Looks like all this red candle needs to do is just a quick little dip back under $4, because it needs to push what 20 cents up here to reach the 425s on this lower high. Long on the 406, Donnell says. We'll see if it can reach this 425 for you. Very, very indecisive movements here. SPY slipping on back up there to the 397s, going up, looking like it wants to go and try that 400 again. Man, this thing is at a stalemate at the 408s, isn't it? Let me look at where the size is on the level 2. So we got a little bit of a size here, and that's a very relatively small size to be sitting out there on the bid at $4. 3,000 shares. Let's see where the big size is over here. Looks like 450. There's 12,000 sitting up there. But that could be spoofed. Of course, it's so far away. That could definitely be spoofed. 287 is the largest size I see down here. So, yeah, not really seeing much more there. Previous candles, 4 million shares traded, 2 million, 1 million, just making its way down, lower and lower volume on each candle. And like I said, when it's in contact with VWAP, it's kind of like a 50-50 go. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. You know, you take that 50-50 chance. But if you're going to trade 50-50, you got to be willing to cut. Because if it does start going down for real, then it could get ugly real quick. Got about 8 minutes left on the stream. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm not closing out yet. We got 8 minutes, but just letting y'all know, you know, if you're gonna continue trading today, definitely be careful. Going into the weekends. It's wow, Snail getting on back down there to the 4, looking like it wants to break down the 4 there. We'll see what it wants to do. But yeah, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Next week we'll probably we'll see a lot of digestion of the election news over the weekends, and we'll kind of see probably a new surge or a new mentality coming into next week. You know, closing up another green week, so it's pretty nice. I only took 2 trades. Yeah, 2 trades this week. Well, it was 3 trades. One was a small win, and then the other 2 were pretty sizable. So, but yeah, just raking in the green, getting ready for next week. But yeah, definitely get in the Discord if you are interested in some of the off stream offline trading, because a lot of times I just do not have time to stream my trading. But I do put my entries and exits into the Discord. I do call outs in there. I'm like, hey, did you guys see this stock? Did you guys see that? And not only me, we have other members in there that are alerting things as well in the Discord. So definitely if you're interested in, now for me specifically, I do a lot of the small cap trading. But there's I mean, there's room for everybody. You trade large caps, you trade, there's the breakdown on SNAL, and this is why I look at the hour chart to trade a stock. This thing said down, so I believe it. I believe that it wanted to go down. And so there it is down there to the 368s down there. Nice little drop off. I believe it. I do not believe stocks lie. If they say they're going down, I'm like, all right, say less. If they say, hey, we're extended, we need to reverse, we need to cover a little bit, I'm like, say less. I'm getting in. But yeah, that is not what you want to partake in right there. And this is why I said this is a 50-50 trade. You have to have a hard stop in, because it gets ugly when it goes against you. Ugly. Ugly. Yeah, SPY going up there testing that 397. Anything else? We'll switch over here to the scans real quick. Oil back at sitting at 90. NQ doing this thing. Any news on these though? European, no news on today. European Commission. NQ should have some type of news today. Nope. Oil, natural gas prices still rising. So yeah, top movers still Amazon, Tesla, AMD. No small caps on the top 10 movers. Everything has been really shaky in the small cap world on Friday. There may be some randoms that pop up, but just be careful trading those. Like I said, try to get those higher risk reward trades, 60-40, something like that. Anything over 50-50. 50-50 is just dangerous. AB, what is this one? AGBA jumped from $5 up here to $11 on very low volume. 800,000 shares traded on AGBA. Bam. WS Fate. Okay, so what in the world? Oh, they spamming. They spamming again. Okay, spamming the chat once again. Let's get them out of there. All right, yeah, Donnell. Glad you cut that at 401. That's why I believe if a stock allows you to put a concrete stop in, use it. Because some stocks they don't allow stops. They don't allow like you to put a stop in. You have to mental trade it. But I think it's like, hey, they're giving me a winning chance to get out, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna put that stop in there. That 401 definitely saved you a bit. And that was only a 6-cent loss. And that's what I'm saying on the trades that I take. I risk about 5 to 6 cents as well. And if it goes down, I was wrong. I didn't get in at a good spot. If I can re-enter, I'll re-enter if it retests that area. But for the most part, I'm good. I'm good with just losing like under $10 and gaining closer to $100. All right, so yeah, AGBA had halted up there and now it's coming down. Never did give a pullback, and this was one of those randoms that we see. Only 950 shares traded on the day, which is not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. But yeah, that is a stream for today. PSNY still going pretty flat. SNAL continuing down, and this, I'm telling you, get that hour chart up and let the hour chart tell you the story, whether you should be getting in or not. The hour chart will tell you. Yeah, that is it for me today. Great observation day for a Friday. I probably won't be watching the markets too hard because my money doesn't clear until Monday. So Monday morning, I'll be back at a full load, and we'll see what we can get for next week. Y'all have a great weekend. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you enjoy the content and the staying away from crazy stuff, hey, that's what we want to do over here. We want to keep money in our pockets, and we want to get ready for tax season. It's no reason to be circulating all those shares and stuff. Look, you're going to make it a nightmare for your accountants. Get some good quality setups and take your trades. Anyway, that's it. And as always, so glad you guys were able to tune in. And I'm about to go and get me some breakfast. Appreciate all the commentary. Shout out Daniel B. Donnell, Drifter, Lori. I think that was it today. Yeah, shout out everybody that tuned in. Hey, enjoy your weekend. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.